What's going on, everybody? Got a wheel bearing project on our utility trailer. We're going to start by taking this dust cap off. If you want to reuse this dust cap, I highly recommend using a rubber mallet of some type. And we're going to hit it in the direction that we want it to come off. Our trailer is equipped with a spider clip that holds the axle nut in place. Yours might have a castle nut with a cotter pin. If you have a spider clip, we're just going to take a flathead screwdriver and we're just going to get in there and kind of pop it off. You want to be careful that you don't bend this because we do have to reuse it. Just going to work it side to side until it pops off. Your axle nut shouldn't be on there very tight. We're going to use a crescent wrench just because this is the only thing I have big enough. And we're just going to break that free. All right, now that that's off, our hub is free to be removed. We're going to back it off just a little bit. We got a washer. And if we go a little bit more, that outer bearing will come off. And now we can pull the entire hub off. And now we need to go into the shop. That way we can remove the inner bearing and the dust seal. And before we do that, I need you guys to hit the subscribe button. The majority of you that watch my content are not subscribed. So do that now. We need to remove this outer dust ring or dust shield in order to get that inner wheel bearing out. The easiest way for me is to take a pry bar or a long flat blade screwdriver and come in from the other side, and you're going to hook the bearing, and we're just going to tap it and move to the other side. All right, just like that, it comes off pretty easily. There's your inner bearing and your dust shield. And now we need to clean the inside of here. That way we can get a good look at the bearing race and drive that out. Now that we have the bearing and the dust shield out, I don't know how well you're gonna see this, but this is the bearing race. We need to drive it this way to get it out. And when you're driving this out, you're gonna wanna work around the edges. You can feel the lip, you can hear it. We're just gonna work around the edges until it comes out. All right, there's that bearing race. All right, I don't know how well you guys are gonna see that, but we need to do it to this one too. We need to drive it this way. All right, there's the outer bearing race. All right, if you have 3,500 pound axles like I do, more likely than not, you're gonna have the same bearing size as I do. For a name brand Dexter, which is the manufacturer of my axles, the part number is right there. If you don't wanna go with name brand, this is another option. The bearings are exactly the same, they're stamped the same. It's just one costs a little bit more than the other. The part number on this one is right there, BK2-100, and then the Dexter is the K71-717-00. All right, we're gonna start with a larger bearing race. We're gonna put a little bit of grease on here. I'm not using anything fancy. This is just all-purpose lithium grease. We're just gonna put a light film of grease in here to help drive this home. You don't need to go too crazy with it. A little bit goes a long way on this. After you grease it up, you want to be mindful of how you put this back in there. This is tapered to match your bearing. Your bearing is going to go in here like so, because when these are inside the hub, they're going to be almost like a butterfly, and you just want to make sure that the tapered end is kind of pointed in. Now to drive it home, I recommend getting a bearing race and seal driver kit. They're 40 bucks at Harbor Freight. All right, one nice thing about the driver set is it's tapered and it matches the taper on your bearing race. We're gonna make sure this is nice and straight. You'll kind of hear it when it stops. It makes a different noise. It doesn't sound so hollow. All right, bearing race is installed. We're gonna do the same thing with the outer bearing race. I went ahead and switched the tool. That way it fits my bearing race. I'm gonna take a light film of grease. I'm gonna grease this up. We're gonna set that in there. Remember, tapered going in. If you get one of these tools, it's kind of the only way you can get the tool in the part. And we're gonna drive this home. In order to know what size bearing you're gonna need, you either need to know what axle you have with the spindle that you have, which mine is a 3,500 pound number 84 spindle, and that will get you the bearing that you need, because there's only one type of bearing for that spindle as far as I know. I could be wrong, but if you don't know, then you're gonna need a pair of calipers. If you don't know how to read calipers, I recommend getting the digital version. They're cheap at Harbor Freight. You're just gonna take the caliper on your old bearing. I'm doing this on the new bearing, that way I don't get my calipers all nasty. All right, like I said, if you don't know how to read one of these, get the digital version. But if you can read that, I'll get real close. That's 1.378. I'll put on screen too the actual sizes for these. Like I said, the larger one is 1.378. The smaller one, I believe, is 1.063. And here's the smaller one. Like I said, it's 1.06. It's not quite 7, so 1.063. This next part's gonna get very messy. I recommend gloves. But we're gonna be packing our bearing. I'm gonna take some grease, get it on there, and we're just gonna slowly just work that in there all the way around. But you'll see it starting to seep out the top there. We're just gonna work it all the way around until we get that all the way around. All right, after it's all packed, we're just gonna rub grease around the outside here, making sure we get every surface, and then we're gonna put that inside your hub, just like that. All right, we're gonna take the dust seal, we're gonna put that in here. You just want to use even taps all the way around this dust shield, that way it drives it in there nice and evenly. And you want to stop when it gets even or flush with the drum. All right, we're almost ready to put the drum back together. I'm just gonna take some more grease. I'm just gonna grease up this spindle. All right, now we can put the drum on there. Now we can take that outer bearing and put that up in there. Now we can take our washer and put that on there. Now we take our axle nut and thread that on there. Alright, I'm just going to take my wrench and I'm just going to make it a little more snug than what it currently is. Make sure that still spins freely and we don't have any play. Now we're going to take our spider clip. We're just going to snap that back on there. Now we can take our dust cover, put that back on there, and then lightly tap that evenly. Until it's all the way on there. And that's how you do a wheel bearing and bearing race change on a utility trailer. It's the exact same thing on a non-brake drum. It's just the hub looks a little different. Same bearing sizes, same process. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.